Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Minimalist Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces high priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one who isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If y'all would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign, so please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading can apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be presenting to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we are going to get started. I do hope y'all are doing well and feeling well, as I said, guys. So, I've already pre-shuffled your overall messages, guys. So, we are going to get straight to it, guys. So, the first message you have here is Psyop. Satanic powers that be. Your family made attempts to harm you. Pay attention to the signs and the symbolisms around you. Betrayal, blood sacrificing family lovers and friends for money, human organ harvesters, traffickers, satanic cult, insurance fraud, you can't trust anybody, systematic abuse, and family disloyalty and betrayal, guys, okay? So, y'all, there's a whole psyop that is going on here, okay? Psyop is short for psychological operation, okay? So, there's some type of psychological operation at play here, okay? Obviously, this is something that is being run, ruled, controlled, funded, orchestrated, organized by the satanic powers that be, okay? Who are the satanic powers that be, okay? They can make up a multitude of different people, from persons who are high-ranking in power and authority to wealthy elites, guys, okay? To those that are in the shadows, okay? Obviously, they are teamed up and linked up in some type of way with your family who made attempts to harm you, okay? But all the sneaky, freaky, creepy, low down, and dirty things that's going on around you, all the illusions, confusions, delusions, the manipulations, the deceptions, the trickery, the fuckery, you know what I'm saying? Everything that has been going on around you. It's tied to these psychological operations that's going on, guys, okay? Spirit wants you to pay attention to the signs and the symbolisms that's all around you, okay? There are signs and symbolisms in everything. It might be something you hear. It may use all of your senses, guys, okay? So it could be something you hear, something you smell, something you feel, you know what I'm saying? Or anything like that, guys, okay? It could be something that's on the back of someone's tags. It could be something on a billboard, something that you see on TV, on a movie, on a show, on the news. It could be in a magazine, a newspaper. It could literally be in your kid's schoolwork. It could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be a conversation that you have with a complete stranger, a neighbor, a teacher. It could literally, signs and symbolisms are everywhere, guys, okay? Spirit wants you to pay attention to the signs and the symbolisms that's all around you, okay? Because these signs and symbolisms, I feel like, are like red flags. They're warning you of this psyop that's going on, this psychological operation that is going on, this mind manipulation type of bullshit, okay, that is happening, okay? There's definitely betrayal that's going on here, guys, okay? People have been disloyal to you. You've got liars and deceivers, manipulators, tricksters around you, okay? People with your bad juju on them, deceivers, that's two-faced, backstabbing, gossipers, okay? There's some type of betrayal that is going on here, okay? And one of the main culprits of this betrayal are the satanic powers that be, okay? Your family's trying to blood sacrifice you for money, collective, okay? They could belong to some type of cult, coven, or secret society of some kind. Somebody has offered you up as a sacrifice for whatever reason. They are hell-bent on, I feel like they have already previously made attempts to harm you, okay? But it's like they're hell-bent on sacrificing you for money here, okay? I have never in my life seen so many people who are so desperate for some money. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting because some of the people that is working against you, collective, got money. Probably have more than you, likely. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, these individuals, your family, blood sacrifice, their families, their lovers, their friends, whomever. Okay, they're with or they're around for money. Okay, and they've done it before, and they're trying to do such a thing to you guys. Okay, not only were you offered up as a sacrifice, and your family has been making attempts to harm you. As a part of this sacrifice, somebody wants your organs. Okay, so this is not like like something could still be set up like quick kill like or something like that or what have you, but when a person is being sacrificed and somebody wants their organs, okay, first of all, you need to understand that ain't nobody around here want other people's organs except for wealthy elite people in power. Okay, you can find your most hardened criminal around here. You can find your career criminals around here that's been committing crimes all their life who ain't never been involved with stealing no damn body's organs, type of thing. Okay, those are type of high stakes operations, okay, that goes on amongst the elites, type of thing. Okay, they are the only ones that would know, how to effectively remove an organ, how to store it properly, how to keep it fresh, how to transport it, you know what I'm saying, and all those things. There's not a criminal near you, okay, who is into such a thing as that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Not unless they are on the payroll of the satanic powers that be, and have been trained to do such a thing, type of thing. Okay, but there are there's a human organ harvester trafficker who is involved here. Okay, so I feel like somebody's trying to set something up to sacrifice you, and the reason why I brought all of that up is because when somebody's organs is going to be taken after their sacrifice, they have to be in a setting where the organs can be taken immediately. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the organs have to be taken from the body like immediately, as soon as the person is deceased or what have you. Okay, which means there would be like a whole dramatization. Okay, even if there's a specific person who is meant to cause someone harm in some type of way to cause their death, whoever the person is that's supposed to pick up the organs, they're somewhere nearby, very close, if not in the same vicinity, the same area, the same place. They're very, very close, because they have to get those organs quickly, and they have to be put on like ice, like, you know what I'm saying, very quickly, and they have to be stored a certain type of way. Okay, but we got human organ harvester traffickers here. Okay, these people belong to a satanic cult. Okay, there's a whole satanic cult that is involved in this betrayal, that has ties, links to the satanic powers that be, guys. Okay, there could be people in your family who's a part of this satanic cult. Okay, obviously complete strangers you don't know who's a part of this satanic cult, guys. Okay, but that's what's going on here. Insurance fraud seems to be the name of the game here. Okay, it seems like insurance fraud is the come up in this day and time, especially for those in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? This is how they're getting out of the projects. This is how they're getting out of the trailer parks. This is how they're getting out from, you know what I'm saying? Poor neighborhoods, urban neighborhoods, to, lower middle class neighborhoods, to upper middle class neighborhoods for some of them, or what have you. Insurance fraud. Okay, so there's fraudulent insurance policies that's been put on certain people. Some of these people they sacrifice have legit insurance policies. Okay, so like the people who ended like sacrifice people who is like directly close to them, like a wife sacrificing her husband, or vice versa, or you know what I'm saying, that's somebody who's directly close to you, that you would have, that it wouldn't look suspicious for them to have life insurance policies. You understand what I'm saying? So that type of thing happens all the time. People who have children who are minors, okay, children who still live at home, it wouldn't look suspicious for a parent to have, or even a grandparent to have, a life insurance policy on children that still live at home and different things like that, or what have you. Okay, but a lot of you all, if you're listening to this, you're full grown. Okay, you have people who are sacrificed, and there's still money that has been placed on your head. There are fraudulent insurance companies. There's fraudulent insurance agents. Okay, these people know where to go to. Okay, they use certain insurance companies. They use certain funeral homes. They use certain burial sites. Like they have a whole network of people in different fields. That go along to get along, and they play along for the right amount of money in these here operations here. Okay, so your family who made attempts to harm you, they want to blood sacrifice you for money, because that's what they're in the business of. I guarantee you there are several other people in your family who have been sacrificed. Okay, for insurance, and insurance fraud was committed, Spirit is saying. But somebody has if you have not signed any paperwork, and if you have not given express permission as an adult for anybody to have an insurance policy on you, the insurance policy that they have on you is fraudulent. Okay, which means somebody likely forged your signature, or acted as you, or something like that, still forging your signature, or what have you, to make it seem like you went along with this insurance policy that they have on you. Okay, Spirit is telling you that you cannot trust anybody, collective. Okay, you need to watch your back. Okay, there's a lot of deception, evil, and wickedness around you. Okay, you can't trust anybody. Okay, and I get it. Nobody wants to be lonely. Nobody wants to be alone. Even people who are naturally introverts, even people who are, the lonely loner type. Everybody likes to be sociable at some point in time. Okay, whether it's a friend, an associate, a confidant, a lover, or a family member, or something, or what have you. Most people have one or more of those persons I just named in their life. Okay, and so for those of us who don't have any of those, friends, family, lovers, associates, co-workers, none of that at all, it's hard to be alone. Okay, it is doable. Okay, and sometimes it's safer that way, especially when your life is in danger like this, guys. Okay, so Spirit is saying you can't trust anybody. Okay, I feel like everybody around you have been infiltrated. Okay, you can't trust anybody, from your neighbors to strangers, to likely to the homeless, from experience. And I'm not just saying being malicious or nasty or mean towards a certain kind of people, but even people who are on the street, from homeless people to prostitutes to drug addicts or whatever that's on the street, because these people will get used to do certain things too, or what have you. But Spirit is saying y'all can't trust anybody. So your family, your lovers, your friends, as well as complete strangers, neighbors, associates, co-workers, and different things like that. Okay, especially if you are a targeted individual. If you are a targeted individual, okay, and especially if you know. Now, if you're someone and you're not aware that you're being targeted, you don't know that you are a targeted individual, or what have you. You may not be an actual targeted individual, okay? Some of you may be, or what have you, but if you know that you are a targeted individual, everybody around you knows that you're a targeted individual, okay? And everybody's gaslighting you and playing their role and playing along, okay? So you can't trust anybody, okay? There's some type of systematic abuse that is going on here, okay? And the government is behind it. The satanic powers that be is behind it. This betrayal towards you, okay? These people who belong to the satanic cult, they partake in this systematic abuse, like systematically abusing people, okay? So with this systematic abuse, they're invading and violating your privacy, your human rights, your civil rights, your constitutional rights, okay? Your mind, your body, your soul, you're in some more shit, or what have you, guys, okay? Y'all, I ran into something last night, and I'm like, this is what the fuck they're doing. This is what they're using, okay? I know many of us who are targeted individuals, we speak about a lot of different things, okay? especially like with the MK Ultra mind control, and Monarch programming and different things like that. Those, they claim that they stopped those programs. Those things are still patented, okay, and they're owned by the government. The government has never created a successful weapon and just stopped using it, okay. So they're still doing it to this day, except for back when they were experimenting and first doing that, they needed to drug you. To do that, they needed to chip you or implant you, or you know what I'm saying, have some type of access, physical access to you, to administer those things or what have you, okay. In this day and time, they can do these things remotely. They can remotely view you. That's what remote neural monitoring is, okay. They can remotely view you. They could be hundreds of thousands of miles away. Okay, a lot of people, you hear a lot of people who are targeted individuals talk about how there's hidden cameras and different things in their home, and there are shady people who have done things like that, okay. There could be hidden cameras from your smoke detectors to your toilets to your shower heads to the vents to your electrical sockets, and everything. But technically, all of you have cameras in your home right now, okay. They can hack into the cameras on any one of your devices, your phone, your smartphones, your smartwatches, your computers, your laptops, your tablets, even your smart devices like your TVs, your microwaves, your refrigerators. Those are that you have upgraded appliances and different things like that, and electronics and different things like that. They all have cameras and microphones in them, okay. Those who are into the spell work, witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, or voodoo, people do mirror magic and different things like that, and it's viewing you and different things, through the mirror. It's done in all kinds of ways, guys, okay. But y'all go and look up something, okay, that I was researching, and I'm gonna do a reading on it another day. But I was researching, it's actually called everybody know what AI is. AI stands for artificial intelligence, okay. AI, mind control, guys, okay. Artificial intelligence mind control, and it's a mind reading technology. It's brain computer interfaces, or BCI, okay, and it does a lot of things, okay. So those of you who are experiencing, for the longest I've been calling it synthetic telepathy, okay, because it comes through like telepathic communication or what have you. There's other names for it, like V2K, voice to skull, voice to God weapons, Medusa. It has different names to it or what have you. But they're using technology, okay. They don't need to drug you or implant you. Some of us where that like, say you were born, if you were born in the 60s, 70s, or 80s, okay, and you endured satanic ritual abuse or what have you, and these people, the government experimented on you and did these things to you, put you under mind control and different things like that. You're likely, if you were born between the 60s and the 80s, they probably implanted you with a chip, okay. But in this day and time, like I said, they don't need to implant you, okay. They can do all these things remotely, okay. Touchless torture, okay. They have silent militarized weapons, directed energy weapons, microwave weapons. All these things they can do remotely, okay. And it's the same thing with the artificial intelligent mind control, okay. This technology is used to, it can mimic telepathic communications, and that's what, when they're like, when it feels like they're stopping your thoughts and forcibly implanting thoughts in your mind, even visions in your mind. It's tapping into the frequencies of your mind, your body, okay. And it's manipulated, and this shit is very advanced, and people are not aware. This shit, your people can literally be triggered to do anything with that shit. With the artificial intelligent mind control, a person could be, and this is the very technology that I was telling you all about, that is being used on people. People are being used to, these are the type of people that you see get triggered to go and shoot up a place, their job, a school, or get in a car and mow down a crowd of people in a parade, or your lone wolf shooters and shit. These are the type of people who under mind control, and they're triggered to annihilate their entire family and shit like that, or to harm their children and different things like that. They're under mind control, yeah. And they're being watched and they're being listened to 24 hours a day, 7 days a damn week, okay. And this artificial intelligence mind control it's tracking and tracing the people that is being done on every single day. Okay, it can control your bodily fluids. Okay, it can trigger a person to do anything. It can trigger a person that's never committed a crime a day before in their life to go and commit some type of heinous crime or some shit like that, or what have you, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna save that for another day, but I just wanted to speak on that real quick with the systematic abuse, guys. Okay, because you are being systematically abused. Okay, you're also dealing with some family disloyalty and betrayal out of jealousy, envy, hatred, spitefulness, competition. These people ain't no friend of yours. They not no kin of yours, collective. Okay, that's what's going on here, y'all. Okay, so to clarify, Psyop would pay attention to the signs and the symbolisms all around you. We have burdens caused by others. Whatever this Psyop that they're planning or that is going on, Spirit wants you to pay attention to the signs and the symbolisms of. It has something to do with these other, people causing you some type of burdens or hardships or problematic situations, stress, overwhelm, or whatever. Some type of burdens being caused by others. Okay, to clarify the satanic powers that be with betrayal, we get illegal harassment here. So you are being illegally harassed by wealthy elite persons, persons in power and authority who's abusing their power and authority, people who are on various different levels, who are high up in ranking, high up in power, are very wealthy with connections, elite, and different things. Okay, so the satanic powers that be who are like ultimately betraying you, this has to do with illegal harassment going on here. To clarify, your family made attempts to harm you with blood sacrificing family, lovers, and friends for money. We have family annihilation here. Okay, so the reason why family annihilation came out, guys, okay, because like I said, your family has sacrificed other people in their family before, okay, and you are no different. They have made you the sacrificial lamb. They're trying to sacrifice you for the purposes of money, guys, okay. To clarify, human organ harvester traffickers, with you can't trust anybody. We got stepping and fetching, or excuse me, sellouts, stepping and fetching for the man here, guys, okay? So whoever this trafficker is that traffics human organs, that Spirit is telling you can't trust, this person is a sellout who is stepping and fetching for the man. That means this person is has been recruited by the satanic powers that be, is working for the satanic powers that be, is a sellout who is under contract, who is being paid some type of incentives or what have you for doing what they do. Okay, to clarify satanic cult with systematic abuse, we have bullies in power here, guys. Okay, so the Spirit is saying that these are bullies in power, like I just told you, persons with power, authority, leadership, rulership, okay, who belong to satanic cults. These could be cult leaders or any members of these satanic cults here who are systematically abusing you. And Spirit is saying there are bullies in power, okay? To clarify insurance fraud with family disloyalty and betrayal, you had several different cards that wanted to come out here. These clowns way too cocky, double crossers, and they never loved you anyway. So Spirit is telling you that this is something, like I said, that your family has done before. They've sacrificed people for money. They commit these insurance fraud. This is ultimate disloyalty and betrayal, jealousy, envy, hatred, spitefulness, competition, retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge by people who are supposed to be your family. But Spirit is saying them clowns, they got way too cocky here, okay? They're trying to double cross you, but they never even loved you in the first place, collective. That's the reason why it's so easy for them to put you on the chopping block to try to sacrifice you, collective, okay? And they probably want you gone because you know the truth, collective, okay? You may know about this family annihilations, okay? You may know about the insurance fraud and all the betrayal and disloyalty, okay? And they could want you gone because of it, Spirit is saying, okay? To clarify, Psyop would pay attention to the signs and symbolism around you with burdens caused by others. We have the 5 of air here, guys, okay? So the 5 of air speak of conflict, defeat, hostility, okay? It speaks of plot twists, okay? Abuse, fighting, fussing, cussing, arguments, disagreements, misunderstanding, mistakes being made, melodrama, or even resentment, guys, okay? I feel like as it relates to this Psyop, these people, these burdens that has been being caused to you by others, these are persons who are purposely doing things to try to cause conflict in your life so that you to defeat you in some type of way, purposely being hostile and abusive towards you, okay? Have plots, plans, and schemes against you, or what have you, to cause conflict in your life. To clarify the satanic powers that be, with betrayal and illegal harassment, we have the Three of Earth here, okay? There is a group of individuals, collective, okay, a team of individuals, a group of individuals who are working together, who are collaborating together for the purposes of money. All of these individuals are in some type of code, covenant, or secret society. They're also confined by some type of binding contract that they are in, guys, okay? Like I said, they collaborate for the purposes of money. So this betrayal and different things like that, like these people stand to gain something, for working against you, for this illegal harassment and things, okay? To clarify, your family made attempts to harm you with blood sacrificing family, lovers, and friends for money and family annihilation. We have the Ace of Air. Didn't I tell you, collective? The Ace of Air, it speaks of truth, clarity, awareness, insight, epiphanies, breakthroughs, visions, okay? Communications, and different things. Your family know you know the truth. They know that you know the truth about them trying to harm you. They know that you know the truth about the other blood sacrifice, how they blood sacrifice people for money, how they are family annihilators, okay? And because you know the truth and the clarity, because you have spoken the truth in clarity, they want you gone, okay? To clarify, human organ harvester traffickers, where you can't trust anybody. And sellouts, stepping and fetching for the man, we have the Chariot here, okay? So this is a trafficker. The Chariot speaks to one's willpower, okay? Forward movement. It speaks of vehicles, transportations, trips, journeys, travelings, relocation. It speaks of some kind of movement, vehicles, or transportation in some type of way, guys, okay? So this could be the actual trafficker itself. Sometimes, depending on what else is out here, the Chariot can also be seen as like law enforcement or something like that, or what have you. But this can speak to a particular trip or journey, or this could speak to a vehicle of some kind here, okay? Or some type of movement, because like I said, the Chariot can speak of recognition and one's willpower and a multitude of different things here, okay? But there's definitely some type of movement here. With it is sitting on human organ harvester traffickers, and you can't trust somebody. I feel like this is the actual trafficker here, okay? And in some type of movement, trafficking or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if these people are trying to have this person traffic you, or if this is the person that is supposed to come in and take your organs or something like that, or what have you, guys. But that's what's going on here. To clarify this satanic cult with systematic abuse and bullies in power, we get the King of Fire here, okay? This is a fire sign masculine, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, masculine, okay? This person tries to come off on the surface like they're inspirational, charismatic, innovative, okay? But this is somebody who's very, they're fiery. They have an explosive attitude, hot-tempered, dominant, controlling, possessive type of energy here, okay? This person could be like a leader, or like either a member or a cult leader within this satanic cult here, okay? This person is somebody in power. This person is a bully, and there's somebody in power, Spirit is saying. And this person is doing something to systematically abuse you, Spirit is saying. They're also teamed up and linked up with this group of individuals that's in this same satanic cult here, that have collaborated together for the purposes of money to betray you in some type of way, to legally harass you in some type of way. This person has ties to the satanic powers that be, guys, okay? To clarify, insurance fraud with family disloyalty and betrayal with these clowns, way too cocky, double crossers, and they never loved you anyway. We got the Ace of Earth, okay? It's all about the Benjamins, baby, okay? With your supposed family, okay? All they care about is abundance, opportunity, finances, money, resources, riding around, getting it, you know what I'm saying, hitting licks, hustling. That's what they about here, okay? You have both the Ace of Air and the Ace of Earth here, okay? on your family, okay? They know you know some type of truth or clarity about some type of money. There could even be other persons, like I said, who were sacrificed, and you know that they were sacrificed, and there was some type of insurance fraud that was committed. They know that you know the truth about this. Maybe you even spoke out some type of truth about this, and because of this, these people also want you gone. Because you know the truth, they want to sacrifice you for money, or there's something here with this insurance fraud and this money, with this family disloyalty and betrayal here, okay? And this is the reason why they made attempts to harm you, okay? Because that's what they do. They blood sacrifice people for money, okay? So when I clarify the 5 of air, I'm getting the 8 of fire here, okay? Now, the 8 of fire can speak of swift, fast communication, messages, news, or information. It can also speak to air travel here, guys. Y'all need to be careful with traveling by plane, especially with Psyop being here, okay? If you decide to travel somewhere by plane, I feel like the satanic powers that be are going to stage your whole event. They may have that plane go down and it crash with you in it and die or something like that, or what have you, because the 8 of fire can speak, it's swift, it's fast, it's quick, so it can speak to air travel. However, the 8 of fire do speak to communication as well. Swift, fast communication, things falling into alignment, gaining momentum, taking off in some type of way. But with the 5 of air being here, there's some type of conflict, defeat, hostility of some kind here, okay? Due to some type of either swift fast communication or some type of conflict and defeat due to some type of air travel. But it's a whole Psyop, spirit is saying, okay? And these are burdens of some kind that's being caused by others. So this is the reason why spirit is telling you, pay attention to the signs and the symbolisms all around you, okay? Listen to that little voice in the back of your head that's telling you, no, stop, don't go. If you're supposed to be going somewhere, you get the urge all of a sudden not to go. You know what I'm saying? That in itself is even a sign. Listen to your intuition. Follow your wisdom. Spirit is saying. When I clarify the 3 of earth, we get temptation here. This is the devil in the traditional tarot deck, okay? The devil is all about lust, temptations, desires, sex, sexualities, bad habits, addictions, addictive patterns of behavior. It's toxic, evil, wicked, sinister, dark, demonic. People who are chained to the devil, who have sold their soul to the devil, embodied by the devil, they're in their self-know, their shadow side, their dark side. So these individuals who have collaborated together for the purposes of money, who belong to this satanic cult here, okay, they have sold their soul to the devil, okay? These satanic powers that be, okay, who are involved in this betrayal against you, this illegal harassment, okay, has to do with these individuals who are in this satanic cult in a binding contract, and they sold their soul to the devil here, okay? They're also getting some type of incentives for doing what they're doing to you guys, okay? But these individuals are chained to the devil. To clarify the ace of air, we have judgment here. Okay, well, this card says call here, but this is the judgment card in the traditional tarot deck here, okay? So judgment is all about either a particular mission, an action being taken, a decision being made, okay, an awakening of some kind here, okay? But some type of judgment or decision or action is being taken here, and it has to do with some type of truth or clarity, okay, as it relates to some type of judgment, okay? I feel like because you know the truth and the clarity, some type of judgment or decision may have been made, and these people want to sacrifice you, spirit is saying, for money. Okay, it's like they can't stop, won't stop. Okay, even with people knowing that they set up people and they sacrifice them for money, you would think they would stop doing the evil, wicked things that they do. Okay, but they're not. Okay, to clarify the chariot, we get the emperor here. Okay, so whoever's in this chariot here, okay, is a masculine individual. Okay, this is somebody who is a father or a father figure. This could also be somebody who is in power, in authority, in leadership of the establishment, somebody who is grounded, stable, and secure. This may be this fire sign here, okay, because if you look at this card here, you see that lion on here. This person could be a Leo. However, this could be any masculine. Okay, this person is a human organ harvester, trafficker. Okay, you cannot trust this person. Okay, this person is a sellout and they stepping and fetching for the man, spirit is saying, and this person is a trafficker, specifically a human organ trafficker for the satanic powers that be, and this person also belongs to a satanic cult. Okay, this could be the same person that's been systematically abusing you. Okay, because when I clarify the King of Fire, I get the Seven of Air. This person is a liar, a cheater, a thief, a manipulator, a con artist. This person is a sneaker, freak, a creeper. Okay, that's sneaking and creeping around trying to get away with something. This is the type of person who cloaks themselves, conceal themselves. They're wearing a mask. They're hiding who they truly are and what they're really about. They're a coward who do things under false pretenses. Okay. This person is very strategic, but they only care about like themselves. They only care about their own ill wills. This is a two-faced, backstabbing ass type of individual here. Okay, the Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords can even speak of theft. This can even speak of like kidnappings, abductions, and different things like that this person may partake in. Okay, but if it's not as far as that, it could be, especially if this person is, you know, the same Emperor here that's here with the Chariot. If this is the same person here, because this person is a trafficker, but this person is definitely a liar, cheater, and deceiver. Okay, a manipulator and a con artist that you cannot trust. Okay, this person belongs to a satanic cult. Spirit is saying this fire sign masculine. This person has been systematically abusing you. This is a bully in power. Spirit is saying. Okay, to clarify insurance for, or excuse me, to clarify the Ace of Earth here, okay, we have the Five of Fire here. So guys, these people are jealous, envious, and intimidated by you. Okay, they're in competition with you. They want retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge on you. The Five of Wands is all about strife, and it's about conflict. It's about misunderstandings, disagreements. Okay, it's about misconceptions and different things like that. Personality clashes and different things like that. These are some hostile individuals, toxic individual, hot-tempered individual who are jealous, envious, and intimidated by you. They're in competition with you. They want some type of retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge on you. You know what I'm saying? Because of money here. Something has to do with money. Something has to do with some type of truth or clarity, some type of judgment, and some type of judgment being made here. A large amount of abundance. Okay? And some type of hatred, spitefulness, or competition. Okay, jealousy or envy, retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge. Spirit is saying. Okay, guys. At the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing don't worry, guys. Okay, Spirit is telling you don't worry. Okay. There could be some street theater going on in a particular psyop that they have going on. Yeah, you got hidden enemies that want to see you fall here. Okay, they want you in critical condition. Spirit is saying watch yourself on Halloween, thriller Halloween night. They could be planning this psyop on Halloween, guys. Okay, something or someone is too much to handle. Okay, this person could be a higher power. Okay, yeah. Spirit is also saying something is a lie. It's all a lie fabricated by the satanic powers that be. Okay, so if there's some type of conflict due to some type of communication you're receiving, it's a psyop. It's a whole setup. It's a psyop. Okay, I feel like this may be some type of swift fast communication coming to you that's meant to trigger you in some type of way. I don't know, spook you, scare you, trigger you, or something like that, or what have you. But Spirit is saying, I'm seeing here, it's a lie. It's a lie, or it's a lie. It's all a lie fabricated by the satanic powers that be, guys. Okay, Spirit don't want you to worry. Okay, yeah. Spirit says stay thankful, grateful. You're thankful, grateful, and truly blessed. These people wanted you broke, busted, and disgusted, but it's in the reverse here. Okay, these people are rejecting you right now, but when you make it without them, they're gonna want something from you, collective. Okay, yeah, so I feel like they're staging a whole psyop in some type of way. Okay, and I feel like they're planning to send you some type of, like, maybe if this doesn't have to do with you traveling somewhere quickly, like on a plane, they could be setting up a whole psyop to send you some type of phony, fraudulent type of communication of some kind. And it may look legit, like it may look like it comes from the feds, or comes from the CIA, or comes from the president, or come from you know, top flight fucking security, or look like it come from the military, or like, you know what I'm saying, it may look official, may look like it comes from a law firm, or like whatever this communication is. This communication could be from a complete, you know, random person or some shit like that, or what have you, okay? But it's something, this psyop is meant to cause you some type of burden. Spirit wants you to pay attention to the signs, okay? Yeah. Because whatever this communication, this could even be somebody coming towards you to start some type of fight with you, or argument or altercation with you, that's trying to hurt you in some type of way, like physically hurt you or harm you. Because the 5 of air, it is conflict and defeat, so it can speak to fighting, fussing, cussing, arguments, and disagreement. It could be like a knockout, drag out fight or some shit like that, or what have you, and some type of, you know, some kind of communication coming to you swiftly, like somebody pulling up on you quickly, getting in an argument or something with you, trying to fight you, attack you, or some type of shit like that, or what have you. Somebody wants you in critical condition. I am seeing you got hidden enemies that want to see you fall here, okay? The one thing you can the reason why you need to pay attention to the signs and the symbolisms, because you can always tell when a staged event is going to go on. When a staged event is going to go on, or when something pop off, okay? Even if you don't see anything right away, anytime it's a psyop or it's a staged event, there's like an uncanny amount of traffic, and there's a lot of people on foot outside, phone in hand, ready to record shit, and they're playing pretend like they're talking on their phone, like they're talking to the people right next to them, like they minding their business, but everybody is in place. This is what street theater is, okay? You know, those crisis actors is always the first on the scene to be seen when these major events go around, like, you know, it's a school shooting or something like that, and it's always these crisis actors that's first on the scene. They the ones, the first ones that the media get there and be talking to, and they seen everything, and they know everything, and it went down like this, and they seen that, and you know what I'm saying, and all this shit. That's what street theater is, okay? And crisis actors are used for street theater, okay, when certain events go on, okay? But something is a whole psyop. Something is a whole psychological operation that is meant to fuck with you psychologically, mentally, to cause you mental conflict in some type of way, guys, okay? Spirit is saying don't worry, though, okay? You can be a mother. I'm seeing Empress here. So you could be a mother or a mother figure. I'm also seeing you may have a water sign child as well, okay? Or either your mother may be behind something, Spirit is saying, okay? Somebody could, I'm also seeing something about an earth sign. Somebody could send an earth sign towards you to try to cause some type of chaos or conflict, or sudden upheaval, a reckoning, a shakeup of things, a problematic situation, some type of disruption, destruction, deception, you know, murder, death, harm, destruction, you know what I'm saying? Something, I'm seeing here, okay? But at the bottom of the deck, I am seeing Empress here. So you could definitely be a mother. So something like, you know what I'm saying? If you were a mother, especially if you're a single mother, okay? You have your child with you or something, you know what I'm saying? So something could not only put you in danger, but your child in danger, okay, guys? So I'm seeing hole in the soul here. These people got a hole in their soul, Spirit is saying, okay? Again, you're getting another message that's telling you to pay attention to the signs, guys, okay? These people have a hole in the soul, and the card that's at the bottom of the deck is family and tribe here, okay? So your supposed family is behind this, Spirit is saying here, okay? Also, beware, somebody wants to mess up your beauty here, okay? And remember, we seen the card with a critical condition. It's like somebody could want to mess up your face, mess up your like disfigure you in some type of way. They really want you dead. They really want you dead, okay? But I seen that beauty behind family and tribe here, okay? So they could be doing something to attack your beauty here. But these people got a hole in the soul. These are some heartless, soulless ass individuals. Spirit is saying pay attention to the signs, because you see up here, you see that owl up here? Owls speak of wisdom here, okay? And you may not have owls in your neighborhood, but it's like you still have wisdom within you. Listen to your intuition. Follow your wisdom, okay? Even pay attention. Like, this neighborhood is quiet. Even though it's a lot of goings on in the particular area, Um, there's a lot of older people who stay on the end of the street that I stay on. So like at the certain time, regardless of what's going on, where they got people outside walking back and forth, doing their thing or whatever, it's quiet at a certain time, or it's pretty much quiet no matter what's going on or what have you. Unless it's just, except when it's like noise harassment and different things like that is going on. But like, what I mean by quiet is there are several people around the neighborhood on each block who have dogs, and you never hear those dogs. When I hear all of those dogs barking at the same time, and these will not be all dogs at the same house, they be all the dog. It'll sound like to me all the dogs in the neighborhood are barking. Okay, when dogs do that, they're warning you of danger. There's something lurking. There's something going on. Every time I hear that, I know to be on alert. There's a guy who lives, like, there's somebody that lives probably about 4 or 5 houses down from me, and this person has dogs, okay? And those dogs are well mannered and everything or what have you. When I need to be on alert, they come together, like 2 of them. Like almost like little twinsies, but they look totally different. But they from the same house. They was raised up together. They will come to my porch and they would just stand at the door. And I'll talk to them. I'll see what they want or whatever. And then it's like they give me a message and then they'll walk on. They're not aggressive or anything at all. And these some huge dogs. These some big ass dogs. So just pay attention, okay? It could be the birds, okay? You hear birds like right outside. Seem like your birds is like right outside your window, and you don't even have to see them. If birds come on your porch and sit on your porch, okay, at your front door, if you got your door open and the screen is closed or whatever, and the birds are sitting there, they're trying to tell you something. Okay. If you have cats and your cats is lurking and real suspicious of things, and they circling around you, your feet, and when it sit right by you, right up under you, they're alerting you of something. Okay. Most people, if it's a lot of birds in your area, then you likely see birds all the time or what have you, but you don't always hear birds. Okay. And even when you do, it might sound like they at a distance. If you hear birds and they sound really loud, like really, really loud, like they right by your head loud, you can hear it, or you seem like they right up next to your window. You might not even see them, but they're trying to tell you something. Okay. If you see black crows in a field, it depends on how many you see at one time. Somebody either death is lurking, like the angel of death is around. Somebody is either about to die or somebody has died. Okay. Pay attention to the animals, okay? Not all of you all may be animal whisperers or pay attention to animals, whether they're animals that you like or not. Pay attention, okay? But these people got a hole in the soul, Spirit is saying, okay? Also, at the bottom of the other deck that we use, we have the 10 of Earth here, okay? So something has to do with a large amount of money. It seemed like, the devil and a large amount of money is always in the details of this, of these situations and what be going on, okay, guys? But Spirit is saying don't worry, okay? Also at the bottom of this deck, I'm seeing help is on the way, okay? Spirit don't want you to worry because help is on the way. Everybody is not happy for you, and you need to protect your energy, okay? You also need to be aware that there's a lookalike doppelganger clone ass bitch. This person could work at the strip club, okay? That is lurking somewhere around you, okay? This person could be a sex worker or work at the strip club or something like that or what have you. It's a lookalike doppelganger, okay? And could be, running around acting like they're you or some shit like that, or they could be using this person as a part of this psyop or something like that, and you need to be aware of as well, guys, okay? So that is your message. I do hope that this is giving you all the truth and the clarity that you were seeking pertaining to a situation you may be dealing with, or pertaining to a situation you may notice someone else is dealing with if you are cross-watching. For those of you who like to contact me, you can do so at tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shine bright like a diamond 36 with the underscore between each word. For any person who is interested in donating to the channel, it is greatly appreciated. I do thank you in advance. You can do so through Cash App, which is $tiff diamond 36, or through PayPal, just paypal.me/@36diamond. As always, guys, y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.